Hello everybody, this is Starman and welcome back to Let's Play Betrayal at Krondor. Well, I've done a fair bit of playing off camera since the last time I closed out the chapter while I was filming. I did wind up heading back up to High Castle to take advantage of that little glitch that lets you increase your health for however long you're willing to sit there, keep buying rations, and keep taking the ride up to Cutter's Gap. And we're currently outside the village of Romney because after selling off my emeralds and everything else that we did after beating Ivan at chess in Malak's Cross, I traveled around a little bit, took advantage of the teleportation system of the temples for a change, so I could jump up there, write it out a little bit, but to good effect. Remember I had over 10,000 gold last time. I currently have left click, right click, and left click there. Currently sitting pretty at about 8,500. I spent myself down to about 8,000 buying rations, which you'll note still have the rations there. But it did wind up having a very nice effect overall, and I'll show that off as I repair James's weapon real quick. And yeah, we'll pass a few rations off to James because he had the least of everybody. Weirdly enough, he was the first person to start starving to death. And, okay, yeah. Okay, so now I can repair everybody's armor. Okay, so that's all taken care of. But, yeah, Garf's armor craft ability increased. But, look at everybody's statistics. James has 200 health points altogether, which is respectful. Owen has 205, including 100 health, which that will definitely increase his spellcasting capability a bit. And Garf has an impressive 225 hit points altogether, and a strength of 34. Yeah, I just realized James is barely stronger than Owen at this point. So, yeah, we have returned to Romney so that we can play the game that is as it is intended to be now, because we have explored everything else except for the areas that we were meant to go exploring in our search for the Nighthawks. So we'll head up toward Caval Keep, and right off the bat, Nighthawk ambush. Whom we managed to surprise. And you know what? We don't need to bother with magic. We can just charge these guys and take them out easily enough. Yeah, no use trying to run. And Goraf's strength ability increased. And poison rations. Don't need to bother with those. I've got plenty of the good kind. And don't really need Silverthorn because we have our nice little eternal poisoning device. And yeah, I thought we'd check this out the first time we came through here. There's another group. Looks like rogues from the look of it. This is the group from before. No, we're not with the guild. You'd think that it'd be over now on account of everything else, but no matter. And yeah, here's Prank Stone, which we don't want to linger into too long. We'll stick around so we can go ahead and play in the tavern. Pick up our 94 gold and get the heck out of Dodge. And there's number Nighthawk, ambush. And we caught them off guard. Oh, I think that one was poisoned. Maybe we should bother with the magic this time around. And I could not do Grief of 1,000 Nights on that one for some reason. We're in danger of any of these guys coming up, but just to be safe. Only downside to Final Rest is that you don't get to loot their corpses afterward, which at this point loot is not really a concern for us. And yeah, it looks like that guy did have a poison bolt, but thankfully it doesn't seem to have affected James at all. And we should be getting close to the Temple of Baneth. Which means we're also getting close to our ultimate goal for this chapter, which is the secret Nighthawk hideout. And we've had the tool for how to get to the secret Nighthawk hideout in our possession for some time, but we hadn't come this pathway yet because really there's no reason to do so. And yeah, pretty obvious trap here. The trick is that we have to be very precise in our timing of pushing everything. So we have James push that one there, have Goraf stay where he is, have Owen push. Owen go this way. Have Goraf wait where he is. Have James go there. And and now with the path clear, we just have James run all the way forward. And boom. Off in the distance, a hiss whispered in James's ears. Owen said. Think we should investigate further? And this leads to a waterfall. White lava churned from the waterfall's lip in a burst of sunlit spray, crashed over natural stone tiers into a small pool of pine-smelling water. Broad-leafed and lush dark ferns grew everywhere up the face of the arroyo like a living carpet. Everywhere there seemed to be life moving and crawling. And yes, we can check the trees and find a Ring of Pradur, a rope, and a Ring of the Golden Way. Another one. And not enough room for us to really do anything. And we'll go ahead and give Goraf that one. And Owen, we'll switch that one out for the one with relatively more charges. And go and take the other one. Water cascaded over them. Sloshing through the thundering curtain of water, they flung themselves down on a wet stone slab, which lay behind the waterfall. Wet strands of hair dangling before their eyes, they looked around their new surroundings. A door was set into the face of the rock, and on either side of an empty iron brazier was bolted to the door's frame. To the right side there was a small darkened niche. James stood to take a closer look at the mysterious hole, discovering there a chessboard. Looks like someone was getting ready to play a match, but they were missing a piece. Goraf smiles. If it doesn't occur to you, you're as thick as a stump. James nodded, collecting the knight's piece they had acquired from the well in Kenting Rush. Setting it in its missing place, he grinned with satisfaction as the door swung open. If that is an invitation, I've never seen one, James said. Shall we? James led the way. Soon they were deep within the cavern. And this is, in case you hadn't guessed it, the aforementioned Cabal Run, which has a bunch of spiders in the entrance. The creatures howled. Startled by the sudden assault, they thrashed about angrily as James' stomach tied itself in knots. As many times as he had found himself in a fight, he could never shake the strange feeling he was about to die. Well, with spiders, that is a very good feeling to have. And I can't remember. Can I paralyze spiders with grief? I can. Ooh, one shot of that one. I was starting to worry about Goraf. He hadn't been able to hit anything in that fight. Okay, so... And hey, rations, although we're pretty well equipped in that regard already. Okay, so nothing else in this room but spider corpses at this point. But yes, this is the Cabal Run that Owen spoke about hiding in with his cousin when they played. And in case you're wondering how it is that the Nighthawks have come to take over the passages underneath the main noble keep around here, well, that's a very good question. And Black Slayer with spiders. That guy had some resistance. Or else some very good armor. And not as good as you'd think. Alright, let's see. We've got a left passage, forward passage, and no passage on the right. There's a chest. Moored Hell Wordlock. Let's see. A shimmering field that reaches far, yet it has no tracks and is crossed without paths. And pretty easy, that'd be the ocean. Well, hey, Ruby. I hardly need the money, but it's the principle of the thing. You just don't leave gems unattended. We'll go ahead and go left first. Haha. Oh, that increased my lock picking apparently. And looks like dead body in the middle of the room with... It's a body. Nothing on it, but I should probably be disturbed about there being a dead body in the middle of the room, even in an assassin's hideout, because that would normally indicate some kind of trap. Okay, well now we know what type of lock that goes with, and there we go. The enemy jumped back. We managed to surprise another group of Nighthawks. And better be safe than sorry. We don't want to have more Black Slayers rising up. Did not mean to do that, but... Okay, well we did manage to end that quickly enough. Yeah, poison rations. Much as I'd love to keep the fancy arrows. Killian root oil. Okay, so we got another door in the north. Here's where we came from. And no door in the south, but there is a door to the east. Well, we got a group to the east of us, but let's go ahead and explore west first. Noble passkey. Hey, there's more Black Slayers. Who we did manage to surprise, nevertheless. You know, it's a good thing there's only the one type of poison in this world. Because otherwise all these arrows might lead to confusion. I'll bet, yep, another noble passkey lock. Okay, now curiously, this one has south wall door, but I think we'll avoid that for now. And aha, pit. We must be getting somewhere. They wouldn't have a pit if there weren't something valuable hidden behind it. Aha, see? Treasure chest. And 4 of the Black Slayers, which are nominally tougher than your standard Nighthawk. 90% spell accuracy, and I still missed that one. Oh well. And just move around, keep it guessing. Okay, well that was tricky, but not impossible. More Serrani arrows. Okay, antidote. I just need more of those. A bit of coin. And a passage to the south. Okay, another riddle chest. Let's see. This wondrous thing, though not an herb, can help comfort the weak and the dying. It can even be used to rally the troops or make one start laughing or crying. Well, that would be music. Haha. And a not too bad More to Hell Lamprey, but not nearly as good as what we've got right now. I think this probably leads back to, well, I thought it was going to lead right back to that group that we left behind before. I'm not sure if it didn't work on before, if it was just a glitch, but yeah, okay. Nighthawks immune to Grief of 1,000 Nights. Good to know. Okay, we were fully stocked on rations. Stones littered the stairwell. Taking a few steps up, James realized the passageway was utterly choked with snowy refuse. "It's no good," he said, "as I won't be getting through all that mess." So that must be the way back up to the keep proper, which... And we'll go ahead and camp for a few days to get back up to full strength. One lone chest. This is Screaming Trap. It is trapped. Well, let's go stand back as far as possible and save the game first. Okay, James was able to disarm the trap, and again, not a bad sword, but not nearly as good as what we've got. And never chest. Is there anything in the room that's going to try and jump us for opening it? A Nighthawk awaited them. Reaching back inside the black folds of his tunics, he drew out something that gleamed in the gloom. Gleamed in the gloom. That's very alliterative. But rather than lunging forward, he snaked his hand to his mouth and bit down, acting before James could realize what he was doing. "He's just swallowed poison," James said, holding Garth back. "Just as well. Saved us the trouble killing him." Crouching down to study the quivering face of the Nighthawk, a look of disgust twisted his features, James continued. "I'll wager as well he wasn't the leader, and that this door beyond will be locked. And we'll find whoever is running this ring, and we'll find the key we need." "How can you guess all that?" Owen asked, perplexed by the statement. "He doesn't have a key on him, and secondly, I don't believe the leader of the Guild of Death would simply commit suicide. More likely, he'd just try and take as many of us with him as he went." Okay, so can't take the restoratives. And just the sword. And a rope. And just for the sake of appearances, we'll go ahead and try the door here. And yeah, James frowned. Peering through the hole into the inner workings of the lock, he saw nothing within it that gave him cause to be enthusiastic about the chances of getting in. "This lock takes a very special key, and it is clearly not pickable," he said. "If we want in, we will have to find the key." Plot point. Yeah, but this is kind of a helpful, but not really way of the game letting you know that in order to get past this, you do have to find something you have not got yet. And there's a dead end. So yes, we will need to find the actual leader of the Nighthawks before we can get into that room. And spoiler, that will be the end of Chapter 3. Good thing we didn't charge forward there. And spiders! So we must be getting back to close to the end of the maze. Because I seem to recall the spiders are all up at the front of it. And might as well make this easy. I haven't done nearly enough spell casting lately. I think that figure 8 here, or, well, maybe not. Well, it does branch off a bit. Hey, we managed to surprise them from one step away. And heck, one of those bolts was poisoned. Let's see, that was the first one to fall, wasn't it? Okay, well, Owen is on fire, but that is what we have the antidote for. Is another chest? Okay, yeah, that chest is trapped, and we are not about to try opening that in our current wounded state. But hey, rations enough to restore everybody's food supply. I think we'll go ahead and call this chapter here. I'll give everybody a chance to heal up. And next time, we will start by trying to open that booby-trapped chest. We'll see you next time.